Hello everyone and welcome to your how to record the group presentation video. So we are starting at my desktop. Hello. First things first, we're going to start with an instruction for the group leader. So this is for the group leader. Group leaders, you're going to go ahead and open up a browser. I was working on something before. These are my slides. You're going to go ahead and open a browser. I use Chrome, so this is what my Chrome browser looks like. What I'm going to do at this point, I'll get rid of this guy here. We want to go to zoom.com. Okay, so go to zoom.com. And at this point, group leaders have already set up their account with Zoom. All right, so what you want to do is sign in. I've already signed in. So I'll go to my profile page. Once you sign in, you're going to hit a landing page that probably looks something similar to this. Mine is set up for work. Yours maybe for the college too, or it might be as an individual. Nonetheless, it should look very similar. So for my group leaders, you're going to go to meetings. You're going to go to personal room. And here is the link right here to get to your Zoom room. So prior, you will have needed to send this link to the folks in your group. You can copy the link by clicking here. See, copy to clipboard. And then go into Canvas inbox and shoot off an email with that link. Okay, because the rest of the group members, that's the link they're going to click on to get into the Zoom room. All right, but for group leaders, since you're the one hosting the meeting, you're going to go ahead and just click start to open the Zoom room. So let's go in. You may get some pop-ups. Your computer might ask you, like, do you really want to open this? Do you want to open Zoom? Yes, we really do want to open Zoom. So just confirm. Also, when logging on, depending on what you have linked to your computer, it might give you this little pop-up. You want to join with your computer audio. Everyone should be doing this from a laptop or a desktop, not a phone, not an iPad. So go ahead and join with computer audio. A couple things that we sort of need to get straight as far as housekeeping goes. Once everyone is in the Zoom room, you want to make sure that we can hear you and that we can see you. Okay, so I'll start with the audio. The audio button is down here. I am unmuted. You can see my little microphone graphic going up and down. You can hear my voice. If you need to change like what microphone input is being used, then you can do that by clicking the caret, right? Same thing with your video. It's going to ask like, okay, well, what video do you want me to use? Because I do want everyone on camera. So we'll click that video and boom, I'm on camera. Hello. So clearly these are really just the two controls that we want to make sure are working before we move forward in the process. Okay. So I am going to mute my video just for now. Actually, that's not true. I'll keep it on. All right. So once everyone has logged in, you are going to see, instead of just one giant screen of one person, you're going to see a bunch of different people's, cameras pop up, right? And so y'all are going to be on the screen. Make sure sort of one at a time, everyone can mute and unmute themselves and that everyone can hear them when they speak, that there's good lighting, right? Everyone sort of wants to check everyone else out and make sure everything is looking right and sounding right. Okay, so once we've established that, I want you to go ahead and get your slides ready, okay? So you're going to go to your browser, wherever you have your slide deck. Maybe it's saved on your computer. I like to use Google Slides, so I'm going to go ahead and open up Google Slides right now. So I'm going to pull up my browser once again. I'm going to my drive where I keep my slides, and I'm just going to pull up my race and ethnicity course slides because that's convenient. They're right here. So I have my slides here. They are ready. They're ready to go through, and I'm gonna just make that smaller for now and come back to Zoom. Okay, so we're all on screen. We can all hear each other. We have our slides ready. We are really ready to go now. So this is what we're gonna do, okay? You're gonna go down here to the record button. I know people get a little bit nervous when they press that record button, and it is a sort of single shot occasion, all right? So once you hit that record button, it's going to begin recording, and you can't pause and restart it. It's a single run. Don't be intimidated by that. Don't worry. If you trip up, if you're like presenting in your section and you kind of fumble your words, just take a moment, pause, and continue. We all know, presenting is difficult. So just take a breath, refocus, and keep moving forward. All right. All right, so here we go. I'm going to actually show you how the recording is done. All right, so you're going to click record, and you want to choose record to this computer. I'm not even sure on your end if you guys will have an option to record to the cloud, but don't record to the cloud. That's a paid service. Record to your computer. So here we go.
Recording in progress.
And you'll hear a little recording in progress. And for group members, they'll likely get a little pop-up that says this meeting is being recorded, and they can just click OK. Okay, so we're recording. The first thing I want you to do is everyone go ahead and introduce yourself. Hi, I'm April Brenner. Hi, I'm Josue Gonzalez. Hi, I'm Jessica Posey. And we are presenting on mass incarceration, or whatever topic you're doing, right? Next thing, go ahead and present those slides. So you're going to come down here again to the tools in Zoom, and you're going to select share, okay? So I just have to move this a little bit to gain access. Sorry. You're going to select share, and you should see, since you already pulled it up, that that browser page with your slides. So go ahead and share. But we don't want it in this mode. This is not very pretty. We want to do slideshow mode, right? So, okay, perfect. Now we've got the slides. They're fully presented on the screen. Right now you only see my video going, but when y'all are in the room together, you're going to see multiple boxes with different people's faces, right? And this is when the presentation really begins. So, let's say I was first, right? I'm going to go through my part of the presentation and use my note cards to help me get through my topics. But please note that it is the group leader who will need to basically just click on the screen to move through the slides. So the group leader does need to sort of be listening for the speaker to say, like, okay, you can go to the next slide, right? So you're going to move through these slides. You're going to do your part of the presentation, and it's going to go to person. And once you get through everyone and the presentation is complete, you're going to go ahead and stop sharing. And at this point, you're ready to stop the recording altogether, okay? So you're going to come down here to stop recording.
Recording stopped.
Recording has stopped. Then you are going to leave the Zoom room. So as the group leader, when you leave the Zoom room, when you go to end, right? End meeting for all, you're going to get a pop-up saying, hey, we're recording your meeting, right? And it might take a little bit. So it's converting the meeting recording, and you are going to specify where you want it saved on your computer. So I'll just wait. La 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 la. So it wants to save my recordings somewhere. I don't know where that is, but I'm gonna choose my desktop if it'll let me. Oh, it only wants to save to my documents. Okay. You only want to save to my documents. Okay, that's fine. Um, we'll choose Zoom. That's fine. So it's gonna save in my documents, and I'll press save. And you can see I have some other things recorded here. And it's going to save 3 files. It's going to be one that looks like audio, one that looks like a blank page, and one that looks black. The black one is the full recording, okay? And this is the file, the MP4, that you're going to upload to the assignment submission, all right? So that is how you do the group presentation recording. This ultimately right here, this is what you're looking for. This is the file that I want to see. Let's see if I can play it back for you. It'll, on my end, when I receive it, it'll look like this.
And you'll hear a little recording in progress.
So you can see, I basically just get the video that y'all recorded in Zoom. Okay. So that's it. If you have any questions, please let me know. And do remember, I want to see everyone's faces in the Zoom meeting. Only unmute when it's your turn to speak. Have those slides going, and let the group leader know when you need to advance to the next slide, right? Make sure you get those introductions in at the beginning. And again, probably the most important thing here, y'all, is make sure that you guys schedule a time and day to do this that is well before the due date, okay? It needs to be well before the due date, because obviously there are lots of little technical obstacles. There's the project that has to be done. There are the slides that have to be created. You just want to give yourself as much time as possible to make sure this goes smoothly. All right, everyone, good luck. I'm really looking forward to seeing your presentations.